with it for brains. We're live, and I'm gonna try to figure out the best time for me to be going live. I'm pulling down my my comments down here because we're on the Pacific side, and then there's people on the East Coast and Central and Mountain. So I don't know what's going to work best for time. So comment and let me know what you think is going to work best for time. But at any rate, we're going to do just hit hashtag replay, and then you can replay it up. Anyways, I wanted to do some happy mail, and y'all, I have to say, I went to the mailbox today thinking, okay, maybe, and y'all can make me cry. Y'all are gonna make me cry. Anyways, so this is what we have received so far for the project Welcome Home blanket. So I wanted to show these, and then what I think I'm gonna do is the next time that I do a live, I'm just gonna reach down here really quick. Go away, skip the ads. Forget the ads, I don't want the ads. Okay, the next time I do a live, I'll be sewing these together. I did bring a project that we'll sit and we'll chat and we'll work on that, but I wanted to show these guys. Oh my gosh, Linda, hi, she says, good evening. I'm not sure who these came from. Something might have come in from you, but we're gonna go ahead and open these. So these came in for my my project, our project Welcome Home. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I will include a link below, but I'm going to be doing this kind of ongoing. And then what I think I'll do is maybe like a weekly live, and I'll be sewing these guys together. So what I'm asking for is granny squares so that we can make granny square lap blankets for assisted living centers. I'm going to start with the one just down the street, and then hopefully it's going to grow. I did a little bit of research, and the best size for a granny square lap blanket, and I'm going to make it for wheelchair size, is 36 inches by 42. Usually they're like 48 inches, but because of the wheels, you don't want the blanket to get caught in the wheels. So I'm going to be making them 36 by 42. I just wrote that down. So this is the first one. Oh, you guys, it's just making me so happy. Look how pretty these are. Oh, and there's a card. So, oh my gosh, these are beautiful. Now these came from, I'm just going to say, I hope you guys don't get mad at me if I call you out on this live. It looks like Joanne Geary from, Joanne Geary. And they're beautiful. So these are, whoa, well, look at that pretty. It's like this really pretty kind of a magenta purple color. Now I did say, oh, Joanne, can I open the card? Okay, I'm going to open it. But what I said I would do is if somebody wanted to include, like a card or a little note or something like that, I'm going to keep the cards with the granny squares so that it's going to go with that granny blanket. Whoever gets it will also get the cards that go along with it. Okay. Hi, Dominique, Linda. Yes, pretty colors. I know, right? Lovely, lovely colors. So I'm going to open this, but if this is for a resident, I'm just going to, I'm going to include it with, it says, hi, Kimberly. Thanks for providing so much inspiration on your channel. Oh, I hope my small contribution helps a new resident feel loved and comforted. Seriously, you guys, there's going to be so many tears. I'm going to be crying like every week that we get these. This is not a small contribution. Y'all, this is a big, beautiful contribution. This is just lovely. Aren't these colors beautiful? All I'm asking for is like scraps. Like if you're finishing a project and you've got some extra scraps, and just make a granny square. It can take 20, 30 minutes. And I mean, this is amazing. Like I was just going to ask for like 1 or 2, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. Joanne, oh my gosh. Thank you so, so, so much. I am so excited. So I've got one more package that I'm going to go through, and then probably starting like next week, I'm going to start putting these together. And it's not going to be hard to come up with like a 36 by 42 blanket. I think I'll be able to get, so I hope we just can get oodles and oodles of them. So I'm going to go through my stash and find colors and weights that will work with these, and then I'll start sewing these guys together. Oh, yeah. Linda says, you have until November? Yeah. I'm doing this like through the very end of November. hopefully like ongoing. I mean, I'm really kind of hoping that this is just going to grow and spread and love. But yeah, through right now, I'm just saying through the end of November. And then I'm going to do like a big presentation kind of a thing. So I'm going to keep, Joanne, I'm going to keep your card in with these granny squares. So I know where these, and actually until I can make good notes, I'm just going to keep your package so I can write down, you know, like at least your last name and stuff. So I just don't want to forget anything and get confused. All right. So this one's the first one. And I was so excited. I went to the mailbox today and the guy goes, you know, you've already got packages. I said, I know, because my peeps, they're amazing. They're so amazing. So I got this one. This is the second one. And y'all, this postage, like even just a greeting card size, just a postage stamp size would be great, because I understand postage can be expensive. So thank you all for doing that one as well. This is coming from Kay Jenke. This came to me from Ohio. Now, remember, this is not for me. Oh my gosh. Yay. Okay, so here's a note. And thank you guys for putting them in wrapping them in plastic. That helps to protect them. This is Kimberly. These were made with Red Heart Granny Square yarn. They may be a little bigger than what you asked for, but I hope you can use them. Of course I can use them. Of course. And this came from, let me just make sure I look at the, wait, here. Kay Jenke. It looks like, is this Dominique? Who is this from? Would love to know how to crochet granny squares. Oh, fabulous. I'll talk about the blanket here in a second. Someone's like, that blanket's gorgeous. I think it might be the name Kim. I'm so sorry. I can't read the writing. Is it Kim or is it Dom? Anyways, yes. So granny squares, I don't care what size. I mean, these are fantastic. What I'll do is I can just build around them. But again, I want to make them like 30, what did I say? 36 by 42. And these are beautiful. And you know what? These are great because I want something that's easy washable. So 100% acrylic. If you have some cotton or something, but don't go crazy with the yarn. The acrylic, the polyester, something that's like easy wash and wear is really what we're looking for. We're not looking to break the bank. Maybe cotton if that's what you've got. But these are beautiful because you know what? These are like a gray and a black and a cream and a darker gray. Love these. But she already, actually, my gosh, y'all are amazing. I asked for one and look what I get. This could probably make a full-size blanket, and this will be beautiful because you know we're going to have some men, a lot of men, or people that just don't want a lot of color. Look at these. Oh, yay! Oh my gosh, y'all! I'm going to cry. When I told people what I was doing, everybody was like, "What a great idea!" And apparently it is. And so I am I wanted so bad when I saw my residents the other day to tell them, but I'm not going to tell them. I'm going to keep it a surprise. I'm just going to work with the director who I'm good friends with. I'm telling her what I'm doing. But okay, so you sent me, I'm going to say, is it either Dom or is it Kim? She's not looking. Okay. So I apologize. If you sent these, just, you know, tell me who you were. If it was Dom or Kim, I just want to make sure. Your handwriting is beautiful, but I just want to make sure. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 here. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is unreal. I am so moved that and this was just the first week. I just posted this last week. That was 15. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, maybe 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think that's right. This could almost be enough to make a full blanket. And like I said, I'm going to put them together. My mom said she would help. She's got a crafty group that she works with on Wednesdays. So they might have to help me put these together. I just want to have these big, beautiful blankets. I'm going to wrap them up in a big bow. I'm going to include, if you didn't include a note to go with the blanket, that's fine. But what I will do is I will do a card and just include it with like everyone's name so that everybody who contributed to that specific blanket will have, so the person will get a blanket and then they'll get a card, either one that has everyone's names Or if there's like little cards that go along with it, then they're going to go along with that as well. And most of you should know what I'm talking about. But what I'm looking at are people that are like in assisted living facilities who, you know, when they're moving in, and I see them move in all the time, they might have just lost a spouse. They've probably had to relinquish their home. They might have been in for 40 or 50 years. They might have had to relinquish a pet, their independence, their cars. It's a really big, sad time in their lives. Most of them that I've met feel a little bit lost, a little bit lonely. They don't know anybody. They have to make all new friends. You know, sometimes they're depressed. And so the whole idea behind it is that they end up getting this blanket when they get there. That's a surprise. And the beautiful thing is that so many of the residents that I've met, they did crochet and they did knit in the past, but maybe they can't anymore because their hands are arthritic and they don't have the yarn to do. But they can understand and appreciate the handiwork that goes into these. And if anyone is going to understand and really appreciate a granny square blanket or, you know, a granny blanket, it's going to be these people. And so that's the idea behind it. And I am so excited. So thank you all so much. Next week, I'll be coming and doing another live, and then I'll be sewing these guys together. What I want to do is get some other ones, maybe get some granny squares that I have and kind of put them together and then, you know, kind of piecemeal them together. So you can just, you know, send them to my P.O. box. I will include it. I've included it in my profile at the top of the link on my profile page. I will include it as a comment below for the lives. And then I'm also going to do some recorded videos, so I'll make sure you have it there. But basically, my email or my mailing address is just 9984 Scripps Ranch Boulevard. You don't have to worry about writing it down. I'll give it to you. And then you can just mail them there. And that's going to be perfect. Okay, so let me look at some of the comments here. So Linda says, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, good to see you. Nice to see you guys too. The colors are gorgeous. Yes. Golima says, what a nice surprise. It is. Suzanne says, lovely colors. Yes, you have until November. Dawn, hello. Okay, so the blanket behind me, this was a crochet along that I did, and it was called the Happy Blue Cow, I think it was, 2019. Somebody had commented on it earlier today, and so I included the pattern. It's a Ravelry pattern, and I got the colors. The colors are Stylecraft, I believe it was called, from Lovecraft. Really bright, vibrant colors. You had two choices. There was this one, and then there was one that was like more blues and light blues and different things like that. If you guys don't know me already, I am a color person. And so I chose these colors, and I started it. And I started it during COVID, and I taught myself pretty much how to crochet with this. I had been doing some crochet, but this was pretty much my entry into the obsessiveness. And I was like, 2 weeks, we're going to be done with COVID. Who knew? But anyway, so this is what it's called. It's called the Happy Blue Cow. It's on Ravelry. I think it's from like, I don't know, Denmark or Norway or something like that, but I just love it. I just absolutely love the colors. I'm working on trying to do one a day. Oh, excellent. She's doing one. Yeah, granny squares should take maybe 20 to 30 minutes. Pretty simple. I did find a granny square chart. Oh, phooey. Got it in the other room. Okay, that's all right. It's a chart. Very, very simple. So for those of you that don't know how to do a granny square, I'll do a tutorial. I'll post it on the website page. I'll include a chart. They're one of the easiest things you can make, I think, but also by far one of the coolest things that you can do. So anyways, so that's what we got for this week, y'all. I'm so excited. I'm just going to sit and chat with y'all for a little bit. I am finishing up this, if you don't mind me sitting and chatting with you, the Brit's making dinner downstairs, so I got time. I'm finishing up this Fair Isle coat, and it came along so easy. So this is basically, I'm working on the bottom, so it kind of goes, let me show you. It goes this way, top down, and then we just have to basically add some to the sleeves. So the sleeves are going to be really long and billowy, and then the bottom goes here along the bottom. So a friend of mine is going through some rough times, and she's probably going to have to do some moving, and I think she might be having fours. I don't know, So I just wanted something that she could feel, kind of like a granny square blanket. As a matter of fact, I am making her a blanket as well, but I'm just making this for her as well. So this is almost done. I think I started it like last week, and I've just been working on it at night, but it's working up super. It's just a series of double crochets. Anyway, so comment below. Let me know what you guys are working on. Oh, Linda, thank you. She says you're a good friend. If it's somebody that can appreciate what it is that you're making, then I think it's worth it. But then sometimes I've given it to people and they're like, and I'm like, wow, I put so much work into that. And if you don't crochet and knit or either or, right, or do any kind of craft, you can't appreciate how much time and effort, money, I mean, forget the materials, but all the time and effort that you put into it, I'm kind of like, oh, really? So, but I know my girlfriend is really going to love this. So yeah, when I think about the people that I'm making it for as I'm making it, and, it just kind of makes me feel hard. Yeah, exactly. I figure it's going to be like a nice comfort hug for her, and she might have to be moving out of the area and up into like the Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area. So it's going to be colder. And so I'm using a Wool Ease. It's the Fair Isle Wool Ease. I think it is. Yes, Wool Isle, Fair Isle. It's this guy. And she's not a real girly girl. And so I figured these colors, I think it's called charcoal. What's it called? It's 80% acrylic and 20% wool. So it'll be an easy wash and wear. And it's called Merlot and Charcoal. So I thought those were really kind of pretty warm, fuzzy colors. You guys are so sweet. Oh, you have such a heart. You guys. Well, you know what? You do too. I mean, you're sending in these blankets and stuff. It's just, I think I have a heart for people that are not really suffering. I think I'm also a lactation consultant, so I'm in healthcare. And I think when you do those kind of things, you just tend to be, you have more of like a healing heart, like you want to help people, and there's other people that are like, I don't know how to help people. I'll just give them money. And that's fine too. I mean, there's all different ways to help people. But I'm definitely a gift giver. If you've ever learned about the languages of love, oh, there we go. There's different kinds of love language. There's like gift giving. There is spending time together. There is service. I think there's like five of them. It's by a guy by the name of Gary Chapman. And so right after the Brit and I got married, a friend of ours gave us this love language book. And I thought, okay, what a great idea. So you do a questionnaire, and they have them for like teachers and students and friends and all different kinds of relationship, like capacities of relationships, I guess. Anyway, so the Brit and I found that I am a gift giver. That is my language of love. I love to give gifts, make them, but like while I'm making or giving, I'm thinking about the person. I think about how they're going to respond and like what they're going to say. In my mind's eye, for me, the fun and the excitement is to imagine like how they're going to respond and giving it to them, right? The Brit, he's not so much of that kind of a person, but he is activities, like let's do something together, right? And so, like in the beginning when we first got married, I would give him, like a sweater for Christmas or whatever. And I was like, oh, he's going to look so pretty in this. He's going to look so handsome in this. It's going to be Angora or it's this or it's that, And he's like, oh, okay, it's another sweater. I was like, oh, that really kind of bummed me out. But then when I realized that he was like, let's do an activities together, I was like, okay. So like for this last Christmas, I gave him a cooking class for the both of us to learn how to make sushi. And we had so much fun. We went to this thing, and it was in a brewery, like a craft brewery place. So they had beers and whatever, and he brews beer. But we learned how to make sushi, and we had so much fun together. And he was so happy. He was so excited. And then with the gift, I gave him like these sushi socks and these Star Wars chopsticks. And I did this whole thing. And it was like all these presents leading up to the end gift. But we have learned that learning each other's love language, then now it's fantastic. Like today, he's been playing pickleball. And so for retirement, I got us pickleball lessons. And then I've been so busy doing stuff, I haven't actually been able to play pickleball, but he's been playing pickleball. And I told him, I said, today, you know what? I'm going to make time in my day. I moved some stuff around. I said, I'm going to go with you and play pickleball. So excited that I was there. He's introducing me to all of his friends, and this is my wife. And everyone's like, you're the YouTube person. Okay. But he made him so happy. So I don't know if you, I mean, love languages. I mean, this is kind of an off, but I think it's really important to learn, coworkers, friends, family, spouses, children, whatever. Learning the love language, I think, is such an important thing that you can do as far as relationships. So let me look here at my, let's see. Oh, Dominique, you're so sweet. A great comfort and hug. I ordered the Lion brand Fair Isle, but haven't opened the box yet. I'm trying to finish up some other projects first. Suzanne, yes. I was also in healthcare. Linda. Okay, so Linda gets it. If you work in healthcare, typically, right, like nurses and health, you do have a heart for caring. You have to, because it can be a very thankless job sometimes. But you just do it because you just want to help people. And Suzanne, I think you're going to love this stuff. I have never used it before. I love how the colors, just so you guys can see how the colors are really just trying to do their own thing. It's super cool. This is the yarn that called for in the pattern. Although I think she used more of a yellow. Yeah, I don't know what this yellow and gray color is. But I dig the way these colors are coming through. So if you're not going to use it for a Fair Isle, like you can actually make hats and things that have the Fair Isle design to it. I wouldn't even worry about it. Just get it and try it. And I think you'll really, really enjoy it. So two thumbs up for this one, my friends. All right. So tell me what else is going on. What are you guys doing today? What are you working on? And we'll try to find a good time to do the lives. I do want to do more of the lives. I'm still doing the videos, and I'll do more tutorials and things like that. I got to find a good time for lives. I mean, I could come on in the middle of the day because my schedule will now allow it. Looking for the end of my yarn. But I don't know if that works with other people's schedules. So I'm trying to accommodate literally the world. I'm trying to accommodate people that live in Australia and New Zealand and England and East Coast time, Central time, Mountain time, Pacific time. You see where I'm going with this? Like, there's no way I can make everybody happy. I'll do the best I can. But comment below and, let me know, like, what's a good time for you and what we'll do. We'll try to do the best we can. But if you missed it, just hit #replay and then it'll changing my row here. And then we can kind of keep working forward with it. So, but I am so excited about this project Welcome Home. It just came to me. I saw this one girl, I can't think of what her name is now, Janine or something like that. And she asked a bunch of people to send in crocheted flowers and to her, and then she made a crochet dress out of it. And it was beautiful. And she got like, I don't know, 2,000 flowers or something along those lines. And I thought, well, that's really kind of a cool idea. She got them from all over the world, but then she had to make the dress. But then I was like, yeah, but what if you don't wear the dress? I mean, that's a lot of work that people put into it for your own dress, for your own personal, which got me thinking about this. And I thought, if I could do this and then give, so somebody else will have like eternal happiness or, perpetual happiness with this, then I thought that was a better idea than just, having everybody send in stuff to make a dress for me that I may or may not wear every single day. And these people, like in these assisted living, and it's not just where I teach and where I work, but it's kind of across the board, right? I mean, the place that I teach is beautiful. It's really, really, it's a fairly new facility. But still they have like a little 1-bedroom, maybe a 2-bedroom, like little apartment. And they open their, and they have the nurses and stuff come in to give them baths and whatever. But I mean, whenever I'm there, I don't see they have visitors. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to say that they do have visitors. I really hope that they do. I'm there during the week, so maybe they get more visitors and stuff on the weekends. But I don't know if they get visitors every week. you know, I mean, like, I really think that I see them a lot more than maybe their family or their friends do. Maybe the family lives out of state, out of town or whatever. And so I think it can be kind of lonely. And so for them to have this, you know, blanket that they can wrap themselves in. Oh, okay. Yes, yes, yes. That was it. Kaylin says Jenna Phillips. Yes, that was her Phipps. And I love Jenna. I love her. She's doing a house reno right now. I'm addicted to watching her do this. She's got this amazing mid-century modern house somewhere in Canada, Quebec, I think she lives, and she and her boyfriend are tearing this thing apart from the inside out. And it's got bones. It has got some beautiful, beautiful bones, but it was in some serious disrepair. I mean, there was water leaking from the ceilings and all that kind of stuff. But yes, it was Jenna that, okay, you guys watch her as well. It also might rekindle someone's love for crochet. Yeah. So like I said, I mean, you can do anything. I just wanted to do something that I could pay it forward and give something to somebody else. Someone's asking, what are you making? Okay, so Kola Crochet. I am making this. It was a kit that I got from Lion Brand Yarns. And so basically you order the yarns and you get the kit and then you get the pattern. So it is called a Fair Isle Coat. And it's a raglan design. Let me see if I can find, well, it's probably the best. It kind of looks like that. Y'all, it is so easy. It is just double crochets. It has been the easiest, fastest pattern to work up. And you get 6 skeins of this. They were offering a sale. It was like 30% off, I think, on their kits. And they're always offering sales on kits. So they might still be offering, if it's not 30, maybe it's 20, or they're going to do it again or whatever. But basically, yeah, you get the yarn and then you get the pattern and all that kind of stuff. So basically what you do in the raglan. So raglan is just basically like a top down. It's a one-piece construction sweater. You don't sew on. It's all kind of like one piece. And the only thing that I have to sew on later is the sleeves. So it's gonna, let me tie this thing up a little bit and I'll show you what it's gonna be looking like really quick here. So I'll take this little stitch marker out so I don't lose my stitches. All right, and you can make these in, you know, extra small, small, large, whatever size you want to wear. So it goes on like this. So it's going to be really long, kind of billowy sleeves. It's going to kind of sit like this, like so. And then these are basically, you just add more yarn. So the sleeves are going to be really nice and kind of a bell sleeve, a little bellery thing, and then it kind of goes around the back. So to do it, to get these angles, what you do is you just like crochet up, let's say, I don't know, 18, whatever. And then to turn the corners, like here, you just do a double crochet, a chain, and a double crochet, and that becomes your corner. And then you go all the way around. And you do that for a certain amount of time. And then you basically kind of drop those corners. So it's like here, you've got the corners along the back. And then you drop the corners, so then they just kind of become a softer flow of a shoulder. So right now I'm just working on the bottom part of it. I'm going to finish out this skein, and then I'll probably use these skeins here to make the arms, the sleeves, really nice, long, and billowy. And then whatever's left over, then I'll just go back to the bottom and add it on. So that is what I'm making. Let's see, stitching on the hill. Oh, okay. So Suzanne asks, what size granny squares do you want? 6 inches is a perfectly good size. 4 inches is kind of a standard, but they can be anywhere from like 4 to 12 inches, something along those lines. I made some real small ones that probably like 4 of them would fit onto this. So if you want to do 4 or 6, you know, if you do like a 12, maybe I'll make that as a center and then build the smaller ones around it. But that's kind of what I'm looking for. And some people are like, well, can I do a hexagon? Yeah. If you're going to do a hexagon or a circle or whatever, if you just would mind kind of squaring it off so that I can, you know, like if you're going to do a circle, that's where, or flowers or animals on the inside, whatever. I'm not making any determination. I'm not trying to squelch anyone's creativity. Whatever you can do is what I will take gladly. And then next week I'll start sewing these together. So this one here we got, and this is, I don't know if they're exactly the same size. Let me see here. This one looks a little bit bigger. Yeah, this is a little bit bigger than this one. But that's it. You guys see, can be solid, can be variegated. This one here, you actually change the colors, which is beautiful. So it can be anything you want, any kind of scrap yarn. You know, I'm not even saying beggars can't be choosers. It's whatever speaks to you, speaks to your heart. That's what we're looking for. And then I'm just gonna put them all in here. And I will include, I'll do a tutorial. I did a tutorial on a granny square before, but I'll do another one, including the chart. So for those of you that are like, I don't know how to do a granny square, it is so, like, I think, easy. People are, it sounds, it's not complicated. Once you get the hang of it, you just knock them out. So sometimes I will do, if I have a little bit of yarn left over, I'll just make a granny square and just set it off to the side and figure, you know, you just let them kind of collect, and you could turn them into a blanket or a scarf or a hat or a purse or whatever. It's just, it's kind of a good, like a leftover, if you will. So anyways, and like I said, yeah, I'm at least going through the end of November. But I really do hope that this is going to grow enough legs that we're just going to keep on keeping on. I live in a part of San Diego. There's a lot of retirement homes, a lot of retirement communities, a lot of assisted livings places. So I think this is going to be huge. And my goal and dream is that every person who comes into an assisted living facility will get this as a you know, as a welcome home gift. That's why I'm calling it Project Welcome Home. And I'm probably going to wrap it in a big, beautiful ribbon, a nice satin ribbon or something along those lines. Just, you know, a little something that they can call their own. So that's the whole idea behind it. Oh, thank you. So she says, love. Yes. So you love my top. I love my top too. I got this in Hualtuco. So on the cruise that we just did, we went, our first stop that we got off in was Hualtuco, Mexico. And it's in the state of Oaxaca, which is I can't remember exactly how it's spelled, but it's not with an H. There's no H in it, but it's the state is called Oaxaca. The state is known for indigenous crafts. And so they do a lot of this. They do the weaving. And so you find a lot of like the indigenous people in the area. And we actually, the 2 times we were there, I found these big, beautiful looms. And someday I might do a live and you'll see me doing a loom because I actually have one over in the corner. And then they make these really cool, they look kind of like the Cubana shirts from men, the kind of the panels that come down the side with the really vibrant colors. And then they do things like this, and they do table covers and napkins and all different kinds of things. Anyways, but I found a store in the town of Hualtuco, and they were weaving and making these. And I absolutely love it. It's just like a Mexican hacienda kind of a top. It's made out of a linen and a cotton, and then they add on the designs. So I have like 3 or 4 of these, but thank you. That is where I got it. It is authentic. And that's what I want. I like to, when I go places, I like to go and check out the crafts, the artisans in the area. And if you saw me do any of my lives, I was like, I'm not bartering with you. I'll pay a full price. Because I know how much work goes into these things. And I ended up getting these really cool, hang on, I'll step out of camera for a second. And I loved these here. Hold on. So these guys, and these are very original, authentic. And what they do with these is they take these pieces of fabric, and the idea is you start it with like a base color, and then you add the fabric colors on top, and then you basically kind of cut them away. But this is all hand sewn. You can see all the backs. And they put these on a lot of like traditional dress, shirts, dresses, skirts, different things like that. I think it was called Mohila. I can't remember. I'll have to look it up again. But anyway, so I bought these, and I saw this woman making them, and I was like, my husband's like, you can barter. I'm like, no. I'm going to pay full price because I know much time goes into this. And I just want people to know that I appreciate the artisan and the craftsmanship that goes into these. So I'm going to take these. I bought some last year as well. I'm going to take these and make I could make a bag and maybe do like a crochet around it, like maybe some really bright colored yarn around it, and then kind of do like a granny square bag or something like that, or a granny stripe bag. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but anyways, yeah. So I love finding talent and artisan crafts around. That's really, when we travel, it's for us, it's really about like learning different cultures. I'm not a big fan, and sometimes you really can't get away from it. I don't like going to the really touristy places. I don't buy touristy things. I want to go, take me deep into someone's village, take me to, to see their culture, like how they live and what they eat and what their day to day looks like. I want to learn, anthropologically speaking, maybe that's a word. I want to know how you live, how your life is different than mine, how it's the same. And of course, being that I'm into, crafts, I want to meet the artisans. I want to see like what you're doing and why you're doing it. Like what is the significance, the folklore, the history behind what it is. Because for a lot of these, especially like for instance, this is a way to tell a story. I mean, this is what they would do, and they would celebrate the animals, in the village. So like these are parrots, and here's some more parrots, and they have turtles, and they celebrate the animals and the gods that that are in their area, and that was what I think is so cool. So that's what that is, and then that's the same thing here. Like this has the chickens on it, and the really bright colors, and all that kind of stuff. All right. Yeah, so let's see if I got any more comments here before I don't want to stay on too long because I don't want to keep you guys from your dinners and your families and your evenings and things like that. But like I said, I'll be coming on doing lives once a week at least, and then also the videos. More stuff is going to be coming through for the Project Welcome Home. Again, oh, my heart was singing today when I went to go pick up the mail that this came in, and it hasn't even been a week. So that's what we're looking for. I'll include our address. I'll put it in the comments so you guys can see that, can get the address. It's also on my bio profile and the top of my page where the About Us. Then there's the address there as well. And then I'll do some more videos this week. And then you'll have the address there. But like I said, you don't have to go bananas like these lovely people did. 1, 2, doesn't matter. Whatever it is, I will take what I can get. If I need to match it up with something else, I have enough yarn. I can make a granny square to make it match. Trust me, I don't think I have to go out and buy yarn for that. But I'm also going to sew them all together and make the borders. So that's what we've got going on. You guys are amazing. You all are so just lovely and amazing, and it just warms my heart. So I just wanted to come on and say hi and thank you. And I love you guys, and we're having a lot of fun. And we're so close to 3,000 subscribers. I think we're going to get there probably like in the next week or so. And that's amazing because I only hit 1,000, I think, like in October. And it's not about me and getting the subscriber numbers. It's about like, creating this community. So if you've got any friends or anything that you think would enjoy this, or maybe they want to do a granny square, just share the video or share the page. That's all you have to do, and let them see it as well. And then who knows, we'll be getting more granny squares. All right, guys, I'm going to head out. I'm going to go see what my hubby's doing, see if dinner is ready. Maybe I'll help him fix it. Maybe I'll help him finish it out because he's such a good guy. All right, that's all I have for today. But I've got more videos coming up for this week. I do have one that I'm launching tomorrow morning or tomorrow sometime. Project Tarian. If you guys have ever heard of Project Tarian, I am not a big amigurumi. I'm a big amigurumi fan, but I haven't done a lot of amigurumi, so I'm a little intimidated. But Project Tarian is doing a collaboration with Hobie Yarns, and she's got this mystery cow that she's got coming out. I think it starts June 5th. So I bought the kit, and if you want to know what's in it, then you should watch that video that I put out tomorrow morning. It's going to launch. And it's not a small amigurumi. She says it's about the size of a rugby ball. She's from South Africa. Rugby is sort of like American football. I'm a rugby fan, so I know, but it's kind of the shape of a football. So it's going to be probably about yay big, I'm thinking. And I don't know what it's going to be. So anyways, so take a look at that, and then, I'll be back next week. All right, guys, thank you all so much. I love you. You're amazing, and I'll be back really soon. This is Kimberly with Knit for Brains. Make sure you hit that hashtag replay if you want to see what else is going on. All right, thanks so much. I'll see you soon. Take care. Have a good night. have to turn this thing off. Mr. Britt, he set it up, so I don't know how to turn this off now.